heritage whispers tales from millennia past. The very name, Bharatvarsha, echoing in auspicious ceremonies even today, connects us to a lineage stretching back to the dawn of civilization on this subcontinent, once known as Jambudwip. Picture a land stretching majestically from the snow-capped peaks of the Himalayas in the north to the sun-kissed shores of the Indian Ocean in the south. A geographical expanse that has cradled a civilization renowned for its richness, diversity, and a spirit of trade and peace. From this land arose profound philosophical concepts. Sat, the essence of truth; Chit, the boundless consciousness; and Anand, the ultimate bliss, shaping its unique cultural ethos. India, the seventh largest nation by area and the second most populous on our planet, holds within its boundaries a heritage amplified by its sheer scale and the myriad of contributions from its scholars, thinkers, artists, and scientists. A legacy that continues to evolve since the times of the Indus Valley civilization. Consider the very definition of culture here. Not merely a collection of artifacts, but the living embodiment of habits, values, customs, traditions, and the very way of life passed down through generations. It's the intricate web of behavioral patterns, social interactions, deeply held beliefs, and unique capabilities that define communities and regions. From the broad strokes of Hindu culture to the specific nuances of Gujarati or even American culture. Now envision heritage as a precious inheritance, a valuable gift bestowed upon us by our ancestors. This inheritance unfolds in two magnificent forms. Natural heritage. Picture the breathtaking tapestry of India's biodiversity. The towering ancient mountains guarding secrets in their folds, the life-giving rivers carving paths through the land, the dense, whispering forests teeming with life, and the vast silent deserts holding their own stark beauty. Hear the gentle murmur of streams, the crashing waves of oceans, and the rustling leaves of countless trees and plants. Observe the delicate dance of insects, the majestic sweep of landscapes, the silent strength of minerals, and the vibrant hues of diverse vegetation and animal life. These natural elements are not just resources providing us with food, water, air, and shelter. They are entities revered and worshipped since time immemorial, their wisdom and wonder captured in ancient texts like the Panchatantra and Jataka tales. Furthermore, India's natural heritage extends into the realm of traditional knowledge. Imagine the intricate melodies of classical and folk music, each raga tied to the specific time of day, a harmonious connection to the natural rhythms. Consider the ancient healing systems of Ayurveda, Unani, and naturopathy, drawing their remedies from the very earth and its bounty. Cultural heritage. Shift your focus to the marvels crafted by human hands and ingenuity over 5 millennia. Picture the remnants of the Indus Valley civilization, the enigmatic statues of deities and humans, the playful forms of animal figures and toys, the graceful poise of the dancing girl, and the dignified presence of the bearded man sculpture. Travel through time to the Mauryan era and witness the imposing Ashokan pillars, crowned with majestic bullocks or lions atop inverted lotuses, and the serene image of Gautam Buddha in deep meditation, his presence radiating peace. Envision the post-Mauryan period, where the serene figures of Jain Tirthankara stand in silent contemplation, and marvel at the rock-cut wonders of the Ellora caves, a testament to the artistic vision of the Rashtrakuta dynasty. Now, let your eyes wander across India's architectural landscape. The grand palaces echoing with tales of royalty, the sturdy buildings standing as silent witnesses to history, the intricate carvings of ancient sculptures, the dome-shaped stupas holding sacred relics, the peaceful viharas and chaityas offering solace, the majestic temples resonating with devotion, the serene mosques reaching towards the heavens, the solemn tombs whispering names of the departed, the formidable forts standing guard against time, and the imposing gates marking passages through history. Imagine the places imbued with the spirit of the freedom movement, the tranquil Sabarmati ashram, the symbolic sands of Dandi, the quiet resolve of Ardoli and Vardha, the intellectual haven of Shantiniketan, and the historical heart of Delhi. But India's cultural heritage extends far beyond the tangible. Envision the birth of languages and scripts, the profound concept of zero, the elegant precision of mathematics, the intricate dance of calendars, and the celestial wisdom of astronomy. Consider the vast expanse of literature, the diverse tapestry of religions, the strategic brilliance of Yudhashastra, the art of war, the rumbling might of chariots, the foundational principles of political science, the detailed study of zoology and botany, the harmonious balance of Vastu Shastra, architecture, the democratic ideals of the republic, the impartial scales of the judiciary, the guiding force of legislation, and the ancient wisdom of environment protection. Consider the contributions of two great ancient cultures that intertwine to shape this heritage. Aryan culture. Picture the arrival of the Aryans from the Nordic region, establishing the vibrant Aryan civilization in the fertile lands of Ayavarta, or Sapta Sindhu, the land of 7 rivers in the northwest. Witness their influence gradually spreading eastward to Mithila, Bihar, and southward to the Vindhyachal range, transforming the land into Bharatbhumi, Bharatkhand, or Bharatvarsha, named after the revered king Aryabharat, or the influential Bharat tribe. Imagine their deep connection to nature, their reverence for trees, rivers, mountains, the sun, wind, and rain. Hear the rhythmic chanting of hymns, the sacred recitations of the Vedas, and the ceremonial flames of the yagyas, sacrificial rituals, rising towards the sky. Dravidian culture. Envision the Dravidians, the original inhabitants, descendants of the Stone Age civilization, who nurtured the sophisticated Mohenjo-Daro culture. Imagine their profound understanding of the divine feminine, introducing the concept of the mother as a goddess and the father as a god, giving rise to deities like Parvati and Shiva. Picture their deep respect for nature and animals, expressed through rituals involving dhup, incense, deep, lamp, and arti, prayer. Imagine their society, perhaps structured around a matriarchal system, and their skilled hands engaged in crafts like boat making, weaving intricate patterns, spinning fine threads, and dyeing vibrant colors. As Aryan influence grew, picture their gradual migration towards South India, carrying with them their rich linguistic heritage, which blossomed into the distinct Dravidian languages of Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, and Malayalam. Now let's focus on a specific region, Gujarat, a microcosm of India's grand heritage. Imagine its landscape dotted with archaeological and legendary places. The ancient port city of Lothal near Dholka, whispering tales of maritime trade. Rangpur near Limdi in Surendranagar, revealing layers of past settlements. The meticulously planned city of Dholavira in Kutch, a testament to Indus Valley ingenuity. And Rosati, or Srinathgad near Rajkot, echoing with historical significance. Historical tourist spots. The towering Victory Tower in Vadnagar, a symbol of past triumphs. The edicts of Ashoka inscribed on stone in Junagadh, carrying the emperor's message of peace and dharma. The magnificent Sun Temple at Modhera, its architecture a symphony of light and stone. The imposing Champaner Gate, a gateway to a historical city. The ruined grandeur of Rudra Mahalaya in Sidhpur. The serene waters of Mansar Lake near Viramgam. The architectural marvels of Jama Masjid, the swaying minarets of Julta Minara, and the unique Mohabbat Khan religious places, the sacred flames of Parsi Agyaras in Navsari, the divine abode of Dwarkatish and Dwarka, the spiritual center of Shardapith, established by Jagadguru Shankaracharya, the revered Somnath Temple, one of the 12 Jyotirlingas, the Shaktapith of Ambaji in Banaskantha, the sacred Bahucharaji Temple in Mehsana, the beloved Ranchhodrai Temple in Dakor, Kheda, and the holy site of Shamlaji in Aravalli. Events and tourist places. The verdant beauty of Polo Forest near Vijayanagar in Sabarkantha. The vibrant spectacle of kite festivals painting the sky. The joyous celebrations of Konkaria Carnival in Ahmedabad. The musical reverence of the Tana Riri Festival in Vadnagar. The cultural showcase of the Northern Dance Festival in Modhera. And the mesmerizing white expanse of Ranotsava in Kutch. The Jain and Buddhist caves. Ancient rock cut shelters in Vadnagar, Taranga, Kambalia, Shamlaji, Koteshwar, Talaja, and Dank, offering glimpses into spiritual traditions. Finally, consider the crucial role of the Indian Constitution, specifically Article 51A, which enshrines the fundamental duties of its citizens towards preserving this rich inheritance. To understand and cherish the harmonious tapestry of India's diverse culture. To protect and improve the natural environment, our forests, lakes, rivers, and wildlife, and to have compassion for all living creatures. To safeguard public property and to renounce violence. These duties underscore the collective responsibility we bear in ensuring that India's heritage remains vibrant and accessible for generations to come. The chapter also briefly touches upon the incredible tribal diversity of India, each group adding its unique thread to the cultural fabric. The Negritote Habsi people, believed to be the most ancient inhabitants, arriving from Africa via Baluchistan, characterized by their dark skin, curly hair, and shorter stature. The Australoids Nishads, migrating from Southeast Asia, with their dark skin, broad heads, flat noses, and short build, found in tribes like Kol, Munda, Khasi, Nicobar, and Myanmar. The Mongoloids, Kirat, distinguished by their characteristic yellow skin. Groups like the Alpine, the Neric, and Armenoid, sharing similar physical traits, and believed to have migrated from Central Asia. This incredible mosaic of tribal communities further enriches the understanding of India's multifaceted heritage. In conclusion, this chapter serves as a comprehensive introduction to the profound and diverse heritage of India. It illuminates the ancient roots, the significant cultural contributions of various civilizations, the vital distinction between natural and cultural heritage, the specific examples that grace the land of Gujarat, the constitutional mandate for preservation, and the underlying tribal diversity that adds another layer of complexity and beauty. It is a call to recognize, appreciate, and actively participate in safeguarding this invaluable legacy for the generations who will follow in our footsteps. Here are 20 objective-type questions based on the provided script. 1. According to the Vishnu Puran, India extends from the Himalayas in the north to the __ in the south. A. Arabian Sea. B. Bay of Bengal. C. Indian Ocean. D. Deccan Plateau. 2. Historically, India was also known as A. Aryavarta. B. Dravida Desa. C. Bharatvarsha and Jambudwip. D. Hindustan. 3. India ranks __ in terms of area globally. A. Second. B. Fifth. C. Seventh. D. 10th. 4. Culture is defined as the sum of habits, values, customs, traditions, and A. Religious beliefs. B. Political systems. C. Lifestyle conduct. D. Economic activities. 5. Which of the following is an example of natural heritage? A. Sun Temple. B. Mountains. C. Sculptures. D. Archaeological sites. 6. Which of the following is an example of cultural heritage? A. Rivers. B. Forests. C. Architecture. D. Wildlife. 7. Evidence of cultural heritage dating back over 5,000 years has been found in the A. Mauryan era. B. Gupta dynasty. C. Indus Valley civilization. D. Vedic period. 8. The Ellora caves were built by the A. Mauryan dynasty. B. Rashtrakuta dynasty. C. Gupta dynasty. D. Chola dynasty. 9. The Aryans originated from the A. Indian subcontinent. B. Southeast Asia. C. Nordic region. D. Central Asia. 10. The land of 7 rivers where the Aryan civilization was densely populated was called A. Bharat Bhumi. B. Aryavarta or Sapta Sindhu. C. Dravida Desa. D. Jambudwip. 11. The Dravidians are described as descendants of the __ civilization. A. Aryan. B. Vedic. C. Stone Age. D. Indus Valley. 12. The Dravidians introduced the concept of mother as A. Sacred river. B. Powerful warrior. C. Goddess. D. Natural element. 13. Which of the following languages is not a Dravidian language mentioned in the text? A. Tamil. B. Telugu. C. Kannada. D. Sanskrit. 14. The Sun Temple is located in which state? A. Maharashtra. B. Rajasthan. C. Gujarat. D. Madhya Pradesh. 15. The Asoka inscription is located in A. Ahmedabad. B. Vadodara. C. Junagadh. D. Patan. 16. The Somnath Temple is one of the A. Shaktipithas. B. 12 Jyotirlingas. C. Buddhist pilgrimage sites. D. Jain Tirthankara sites. 17. Article __ of the Indian Constitution outlines the fundamental duties of citizens to preserve heritage. A. 14, B. 21, C. 51, AD 75. 18. Which of the following is a constitutional duty related to heritage preservation? A. To vote in elections. B. To pay taxes regularly. C. To protect public property. D. To seek employment. 19. The most ancient tribal group in India, believed to have come from Africa, is the A. Mongoloids. B. Australoids. C. Negritoid. Habsi. D. Alpine. 20. The tribal group characterized by yellow skin is the A. Negritoid. B. Australoids. C. Mongoloids. Kirat. D. Dinaric. Here are one-sentence answers to questions derived from the script. 1. Question. According to the Vishnu Puran, what is the southern extent of India? Answer. According to the Vishnu Puran, India extends to the Indian Ocean in the south. 2. Question. What were 2 historical names for India mentioned in the script? Answer. 2 historical names for India mentioned in the script were Bharatvarsha and Jambudwip. 3. Question. What is India's ranking globally in terms of land area? Answer. India ranks 7th in terms of land area globally. 4. Question. According to the script, what does culture encompass? Answer. According to the script, culture encompasses habits, values, customs, traditions, and lifestyle conduct passed down through generations. 5. Question. Give an example of natural heritage mentioned in the script. Answer. Mountains are an example of natural heritage mentioned in the script. 6. Question. What is one example of cultural heritage provided in the script? Answer. Architecture is one example of cultural heritage provided in the script. 7. Question. From which ancient civilization has evidence of over 5,000 years of cultural heritage been found? Answer. Evidence of over 5,000 years of cultural heritage has been found from the Indus Valley Civilization. 8. Question. Which dynasty built the Ellora Caves, as mentioned in the script? Answer. The Rashtrakuta dynasty built the Ellora Caves, as mentioned in the script. 9. Question. Where did the Aryans originate according to the script? Answer. According to the script, the Aryans originated from the Nordic region. 10. Question. What was the name of the land of 7 rivers, where the Aryans were densely populated? Answer. The land of 7 rivers, where the Aryans were densely populated, was called Ayavarta, or Sapta Sindhu. 11. Question. Who are described as the original inhabitants and descendants of the Stone Age civilization? Answer. The Dravidians are described as the original inhabitants and descendants of the Stone Age civilization. 12. Question. What concept did the Dravidians introduce regarding the divine? Answer. The Dravidians introduced the concept of mother as a goddess and father as a god. 13. Question. Name one Dravidian language mentioned in the script. Answer. Tamil is one Dravidian language mentioned in the script. 14. Question. In which state is the Sun Temple located, according to the script's examples? Answer. According to the script's examples, the Sun Temple is located in Gujarat. 15. Question. Where is the Ashoka inscription located as per the script? Answer. As per the script, the Ashoka inscription is located in Junagadh. 16. Question. Of what significance is the Somnath Temple mentioned in the script? Answer. The Somnath Temple is mentioned in the script as one of the 12 Jyotirlingas. 17. Question. Which article of the Indian Constitution outlines the duties to preserve heritage? Answer. Article 51. A of the Indian Constitution outlines the duties to preserve heritage. 18. Question. What is one constitutional duty related to preserving India's heritage mentioned in the script? Answer. One constitutional duty related to preserving India's heritage mentioned in the script is to protect public property. 19. Question. Which tribal group is described as the most ancient, arriving from Africa? Answer. The Negritoid, Habsi, tribal group is described as the most ancient, arriving from Africa. 20. Question. What is a distinguishing physical characteristic of the Mongoloid tribal group mentioned in the script? Answer. A distinguishing physical characteristic of the Mongoloid tribal group mentioned in the script is their yellow skin. Here are detailed answers to the 20 long answer questions based on the provided script. 1. Elaborate on the geographical and historical context of India as presented in the script. Discuss its ancient names, its physical boundaries, and how these factors historically influenced its cultural exchanges. The script positions India as a land with ancient roots, historically known as Bharatvarsha and Jambudvip, names still used in auspicious ceremonies, highlighting a sense of historical continuity. Geographically, India is described as stretching from the Himalayas in the north to the Indian Ocean in the south. This vast expanse, ranking as the 7th largest country by area and the 2nd most populous globally, is naturally bounded by significant geographical features. The Himalayas acted as a barrier in the north, while the Indian Ocean bordered the south. These natural boundaries, while providing a degree of isolation, did not prevent cultural exchanges. Instead, they often channeled interactions through specific routes, facilitating trade and settlement. This script explicitly mentions India's historical orientation towards trade, suggesting that these geographical pathways fostered connections with other civilizations, leading to the exchange of ideas, goods, and cultural practices, thus enriching India's own heritage. 2. The script defines culture and heritage. Provide a comprehensive explanation of these two terms based on the text, clearly distinguishing between them and providing examples for each from the Indian context. According to the script, culture is the comprehensive sum of habits, values, customs, traditions, and lifestyle conduct that are passed down through generations. It encompasses behavioral patterns, interactions, traditions, beliefs, and capabilities that can be specific to regions or communities. Examples from the Indian context include the tradition of arranged marriages, a custom, the value of respect for elders, a value, the celebration of Diwali, a tradition, the diverse languages spoken across the country, a behavioral pattern, and the various forms of classical dance, a capability. Heritage, on the other hand, is described as a valuable gift received from ancestors. It is categorized into two types, natural and cultural. Natural heritage encompasses the biodiversity and geological formations of a region, including mountains, forests, rivers, flora, fauna, and ecosystems. Examples from India include the Himalayan mountain range, the Ganges River, the Sundarbans mangrove forests, and the diverse wildlife found in its national parks. Cultural heritage includes the man-made aspects such as art, architecture, and sculpture, as well as intangible aspects like languages, scripts, knowledge systems, and traditions. Examples from India include the Taj Mahal, architecture, the sculptures from the Indus Valley Civilization, art, the Sanskrit language, the concept of zero, knowledge system, and the practice of yoga, tradition. The key distinction lies in their origin. Culture is the broader, living expression of a community's way of life, while heritage is the inherited legacy, both from the natural world and from the actions and creations of past generations. Heritage often becomes a part of the living culture, but not all aspects of current culture are necessarily considered heritage in the historical sense. 3. Discuss the division of heritage into natural and cultural aspects as outlined in the script. Provide detailed examples of each category from the Indian context, highlighting their significance and interrelationship. The script clearly divides India's heritage into natural and cultural aspects. Natural heritage, as mentioned, includes the biodiversity and geological features. Examples from India are abundant and significant. The majestic Himalayas, for instance, are not only a geological wonder, but also hold immense cultural and spiritual significance, being the abode of deities and the source of sacred rivers. The diverse flora and fauna, ranging from the Bengal tiger to the medicinal plants of the Western Ghats, are crucial for ecological balance and have also shaped traditional knowledge systems like Ayurveda. Rivers like the Ganges are vital for sustenance and are deeply revered in Hinduism. The significance of natural heritage lies in its provision of essential resources, its role in ecological stability, and its profound influence on cultural practices and beliefs. Cultural heritage encompasses the tangible and intangible creations of human endeavor. Tangible examples include the architectural marvels like the Taj Mahal, the intricate sculptures of Khajuraho, and the ancient cities of the Indus Valley Civilization. These structures are not just historical artifacts, but also represent the artistic, architectural, and engineering skills of past eras. Intangible cultural heritage includes languages, scripts like Brahmi and Devanagari, the invention of zero in mathematics, classical music forms like Carnatic and Hindustani, and philosophical concepts. The significance of cultural heritage lies in its ability to connect us with our past, preserve our traditions, and provide a sense of identity and continuity. The interrelationship between natural and cultural heritage is profound. The natural environment often provides the raw materials and inspiration for cultural expressions. For example, the stone used in ancient sculptures and temples comes from the earth. Many cultural practices and traditions are deeply rooted in the natural world, such as the worship of rivers and trees. Traditional knowledge systems like Ayurveda utilize natural resources for healing. Conversely, cultural practices can impact the natural environment for better or worse, highlighting the need for responsible stewardship of both aspects of our heritage. 4. The script highlights the contributions of the Indus Valley Civilization to India's heritage. Describe these contributions in detail, using evidence mentioned in the text, and explain their lasting impact on Indian culture. The script mentions several key contributions of the Indus Valley Civilization to India's heritage. Archaeological evidence reveals sophisticated urban planning, advanced drainage systems, well-laid-out cities like Mohenjo-daro and Dholavira, mentioned later in the Gujarat context. The script specifically points to the discovery of statues of gods, goddesses, humans, animals, toys, a dancer statue, and a bearded man sculpture. These artifacts indicate a developed artistic sensibility and perhaps early religious beliefs. The presence of toys suggests a focus on childhood and leisure. The dancer statue implies a tradition of performing arts. The bearded man sculpture hints at social hierarchy, or perhaps religious figures. While the script doesn't explicitly detail the lasting impact, we can infer some connections. The emphasis on urban planning and sanitation, though not directly continuous, represents early advancements in civic life that have resonance in later urban development. The artistic styles and possibly religious motifs found in the Indus Valley artifacts might have influenced later Indian art and iconography, although the exact links are still debated by historians. The very existence of this highly developed civilization in the Indian subcontinent establishes a long and rich history of human achievement in the region, contributing to a sense of deep historical identity for India. The unresolved aspects of the Indus script and the reasons for its decline also continue to fascinate and drive research, further highlighting its enduring significance to India's past. 5. Compare and contrast the contributions of Aryan and Dravidian cultures to the heritage of India, as described in the script. Discuss their origins, key beliefs, practices, and areas of influence, highlighting how they enriched India's cultural tapestry. The script presents the Aryan culture as originating from the Nordic region, with early settlements in the northwest, Ayavarta or Sapta Sindhu, and later expansion. Their key beliefs centered on nature worship, with reverence for trees, rivers, mountains, the sun, wind, and rain. Their practices included composing hymns, the Vedas, and performing yagyas, sacrificial rituals. Their influence spread across northern India, shaping the Vedic religion and early social structures. In contrast, the script describes the Dravidian culture as belonging to the original inhabitants, descendants of the Stone Age civilization, who created the Mohenjo-Daro culture. A key belief was the concept of mother as a goddess and father as a god, leading to deities like Parvati and Shiva. They also worshipped nature and animals through rituals involving incense, lamps, and prayers. They had a possibly matriarchal system and were advanced in crafts. Their influence became concentrated in South India due to Aryan dominance, where they continued to speak Dravidian languages. Similarities might lie in their reverence for nature, although expressed in different forms. Both cultures also had ritualistic practices. Differences are significant. The Aryans emphasized fire sacrifices and a pantheon of nature gods, while the Dravidians focused on temple worship and deities like Shiva and Parvati. Their social structures and languages also differed. The Aryans brought Sanskrit and a patriarchal system that evolved into the caste system, while the Dravidians developed distinct languages and potentially had a different social organization. The interaction and eventual synthesis of these two major cultures enriched India's heritage immensely. Many later religious and philosophical traditions show a blend of Aryan and Dravidian elements. For instance, the worship of Shiva has strong Dravidian roots, while Vedic rituals influenced later temple practices. The linguistic diversity of India also reflects this interaction. This cultural fusion created a unique and complex heritage that distinguishes India. 6. Explain the significance of Article 51A of the Indian Constitution in the context of heritage preservation. Detail the specific duties it imposes on Indian citizens and discuss the underlying philosophy behind these obligations. Article 51A of the Indian Constitution is highly significant in the context of heritage preservation as it enshrines the fundamental duties of every citizen towards this cause. It recognizes that the responsibility of safeguarding India's rich inheritance does not solely lie with the government, but is a collective obligation. The specific duties outlined in the script include understanding and preserving the harmonious culture of India. This emphasizes the appreciation and maintenance of the diverse, yet unified cultural fabric of the nation. Maintaining the natural environment, forests, tanks, rivers, ponds, wildlife, and being compassionate towards it. This links environmental protection directly to heritage, recognizing that natural heritage is integral to the nation's identity and well-being. Protecting public property and avoiding violence. This duty extends beyond cultural monuments to all public assets, highlighting the need for responsible citizenship in preserving the nation's resources and preventing their destruction. The underlying philosophy behind these obligations is rooted in the idea of collective responsibility and stewardship. The Constitution recognizes that heritage, both natural and cultural, is a national asset that belongs to all citizens and future generations. By making its preservation a fundamental duty, it aims to instill a sense of ownership and care among the populace. It promotes the idea that every individual has a role to play in ensuring that this legacy is protected and passed on. Furthermore, it connects the preservation of heritage with broader national values like harmony, environmental consciousness, and nonviolence, suggesting that these are essential for the holistic well-being and progress of the nation. 7. The script provides several examples of archaeological and legendary places in Gujarat that contribute to India's heritage. Choose 3 such sites and describe their historical and cultural significance based on the information provided. 3 significant archaeological and legendary places in Gujarat mentioned in the script are Lothal, Dholka. This site is described as an archaeological place, indicating its historical importance as a part of the Indus Valley civilization. Its significance lies in being a major port city of that ancient civilization, suggesting a thriving maritime trade and a connection to other contemporary cultures. The excavated remains provide valuable insights into the urban planning, architecture, trade practices, and daily life of the Indus people, contributing to our understanding of one of the earliest urban civilizations in the Indian subcontinent. Dholavira, Kutch, also an archaeological place. Dholavira is another important site belonging to the Indus Valley civilization. Its significance lies in its remarkable urban planning, including sophisticated water management systems and unique architectural features. The discoveries at Dholavira offer further evidence of the advanced knowledge and skills of the Indus people, adding to our understanding of their societal organization and technological capabilities. Modera Sun Temple, classified as a historical tourist spot, the Sun Temple at Modera is significant for its stunning architecture and its dedication to the sun god. It represents a high point of Solanki dynasty architecture and showcases intricate carvings and a unique stepwell, Kund. Its cultural significance lies in its religious importance as a place of worship and its artistic value as a masterpiece of Indian temple architecture, reflecting the beliefs and artistic traditions of its time. The Northern Dance Festival held here also highlights its continuing cultural relevance. 8. Discuss the importance of historical tourist spots in Gujarat in understanding India's broader heritage. Select 3 examples from the script and elaborate on the historical events or cultural aspects they represent. Historical tourist spots in Gujarat are crucial for understanding India's broader heritage, as they often represent significant periods, dynasties, and cultural movements that have shaped the nation's history. 3 examples from the script illustrate this. Ashoka inscription, Junagadh. This inscription carries the edicts of Emperor Ashoka, a pivotal figure in Indian history known for his conversion to Buddhism and his emphasis on dharma, righteous conduct. Its presence in Gujarat indicates the reach and influence of the Mauryan Empire and the spread of Buddhist philosophy across the subcontinent. It represents a crucial period of early Indian history and the development of ethical and administrative principles. Sidi Syed Jali, Ahmedabad. This intricate stone latticework in a mosque represents the Indo-Islamic architectural style that flourished in India during the medieval period. It showcases the fusion of Islamic design principles with local Indian craftsmanship, resulting in unique and aesthetically remarkable structures. It symbolizes the cultural synthesis that occurred over centuries and contributed significantly to India's architectural heritage. Places associated with the freedom movement, e.g., Sabarmati Ashram, Dandi, Bardoli. These sites are crucial for understanding India's struggle for independence in the 20th century. Sabarmati Ashram was Mahatma Gandhi's residence and a center for the freedom movement. Dandi was the site of the Salt Satyagraha, a pivotal act of civil disobedience. Bardoli was the location of a significant peasant revolt. These places embody the spirit of nationalism, sacrifice, and nonviolent resistance that define India's fight for freedom and are essential for understanding the nation's modern identity. 9. Religious places form a significant part of Gujarat's and India's heritage. Choose 3 religious sites mentioned in the script and explain their religious significance and the cultural practices associated with them. 3 significant religious sites in Gujarat mentioned in the script are Dwarkadish Temple, Dwarka. This temple is dedicated to Lord Krishna, a major deity in Hinduism, and Dwarka is considered one of the 4 Char Dham pilgrimage sites, making it immensely religiously significant for Hindus across India. The cultural practices associated with it include daily prayers, artists, the recitation of religious texts, and various festivals celebrating Krishna's life and teachings. The temple's architecture and rituals are deeply embedded in Hindu traditions and attract pilgrims from all over the country. Somnath Temple, one of the 12 Jyotirlingas. As one of the 12 Jyotirlingas, which are considered the holiest abodes of Lord Shiva, the Somnath Temple holds immense religious significance for Shaivites, worshippers of Shiva. Despite facing destruction and reconstruction multiple times throughout history, its sanctity has endured. Cultural practices include the daily worship of Lord Shiva, special prayers and rituals, and the observance of festivals dedicated to Shiva. Its historical resilience also adds to its cultural and religious importance. Ambaji, Banaskantha. This temple is dedicated to the goddess Ambaji, a manifestation of the divine feminine Shakti. It is a major pilgrimage site, especially for devotees of the mother goddess. Cultural practices include offering prayers and performing rituals to the goddess, attending fairs and festivals held at the temple, and the belief in the goddess's protective and nurturing powers. The temple's ancient origins and its association with the Shakti cult contribute to its significant religious and cultural standing. 10. The script mentions various events and tourist places in Gujarat that showcase its vibrant culture. Describe 3 such examples and explain how they contribute to the understanding and preservation of Gujarat's unique heritage. 3 examples of events and tourist places in Gujarat that showcase its vibrant culture are kite festivals. These vibrant festivals, especially the International Kite Festival held in Ahmedabad, are a unique cultural expression of Gujarat. They showcase the skill and artistry of kite makers and flyers, bringing together people from different backgrounds and even different countries. The tradition of kite flying is deeply rooted in Gujarat's culture and marks the transition of seasons. These festivals not only provide entertainment, but also preserve and promote a unique cultural practice and social interaction. Ranotsava, Kutch. This desert festival held in the Great Rann of Kutch showcases the unique landscape and the rich cultural traditions of the region. It features folk music and dance performances, traditional handicrafts, and the opportunity to experience the stark beauty of the White Desert. Ranotsava not only attracts tourists, but also provides a platform for local artisans and performers to preserve and showcase their heritage. contributing to the economic and cultural vitality of the region. Northern Dance Festival, Modera. Held at the historic Sun Temple in Modera, this festival celebrates classical dance forms of India. The backdrop of the ancient temple provides a majestic setting that connects the artistic heritage with the architectural heritage of the region. By hosting performances of various classical dance styles, the festival promotes the appreciation and preservation of India's rich performing arts tradition and highlights the cultural significance of the Sun Temple beyond its religious importance. 11. Discuss the role of Jain and Buddhist caves in Gujarat's heritage, as mentioned in the script. What do these sites reveal about the historical presence and influence of these religions in the region? The script mentions Jain and Buddhist caves in various locations in Gujarat, including Vadnagar, Taranga, Kambalia, Shamlaji, Koteshwar, Talaja, and Dank. These sites play a crucial role in understanding Gujarat's heritage by providing tangible evidence of the historical presence and influence of Jainism and Buddhism in the region. The existence of these caves suggests that Gujarat was once a significant center for both these religions. The rock-cut architecture and any carvings or inscriptions within these caves can offer insights into the religious beliefs, practices, and artistic styles prevalent during the periods of their creation. For instance, Jain caves might contain images of Tirthankars and depict Jain philosophies, while Buddhist caves could feature stupas, chaityas, and carvings related to the life and teachings of Buddha. These sites demonstrate that Gujarat was not isolated from the broader religious and intellectual movements of ancient India. The presence of both Jain and Buddhist sites indicates a period of religious diversity and possibly patronage from local rulers or communities. They serve as important historical landmarks that shed light on the religious landscape of Gujarat and its contribution to the religious heritage of India as a whole. Studying these caves helps historians and archaeologists reconstruct the religious history of the region and understand the spread and impact of Jainism and Buddhism in Western India. 12. Analyze the definition of culture provided in the script. How does this definition encompass the diverse aspects of Indian society and its historical evolution? The script's definition of culture as the sum of habits, values, customs, traditions, and lifestyle conduct passed down through generations is quite comprehensive and effectively encompasses the diverse aspects of Indian society and